If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Co-written by Joe Torre. You ready? It actually wasn't Torre who made the comment. It was Mike Borzello, the bullpen coach.
See what I mean? And that's what we haven't read the book, but we keep hearing, ooh, Joe Torre ripped the Yankees.
I'm hearing a fraud is what I heard. A fraud, not a
That's what the players called him, not
right.
Joe Torre.
Right.
Joe Torre, I guess, says in the book that the players were calling A-Rod a fraud. And so then it becomes Joe Torre called them a fraud.
Half of New York's calling him that, let's be honest.
Sure, yeah.
It's not a first-person book by Joe Torre. It's a third-person narrative based on 12 years of knowing the Yankees. This is Tom Verducci saying that I'm basically reporting things that people were saying to me about the life and times of the Yankees, and that all of the personnel in New York, including Torre, thought A-Rod was a phony.
Well, here we go. Tony's out in L.A. I mean, you do syndicated radio from out there. You're working on the web. You're a Philly guy, more East Coast, but you've been out in L.A. almost a decade now.
Yeah.
What's been the fallout of Torre coming to the Dodgers out there? And obviously this year with Manny Ramirez joining him out there, you know, I don't know there's a whole lot of places that would take Manny Ramirez in and get the kind of production that they got out of him, whether he was jaking it in Boston or not. But Torre clearly got the most out of Manny Ramirez this year.
Absolutely. Manny was he wanted out of Boston, he got out, he went to a team with a lot of young players that looked up to him, and he delivered. The guy's the most feared player in baseball when he walks to the plate. You tell me another player, when he walks to the plate, everybody stops. Not since Bonds was on that home run thing,
sure,
where you had to say, because he's not an easy out. He's a tough out. Every at bat. Now, does he do it long term? If you're there 2 or 3 years, does he start to wear out his welcome? I don't know, but the Dodgers don't worry about two. That's why this contract's not getting done. They offered him 2 years, $45 million. And people in LA were going crazy. How can they make him such a bad offer? Because you have to start when you negotiate and make him a first offer. No one's made him a better offer that we know of now, so why is everybody upset about the Dodgers should bid more? Why would you outbid yourself? You know, so I think they're waiting to see what the interest is. But there's no doubt Manny Ramirez was a difference maker, and Joe Torre in his first year with the Dodgers took him to the postseason. So Yankee fans may be outraged that he couldn't do it with the best roster money can buy, but he went out to LA and he got himself.
Is he enjoying himself out there?
I think so. There's no pressure on him out there, first of all. He's doing surfing commercials for banks. He's everywhere. He's all over TV. And, you know, the LA media is not exactly top. So I think he's in a perfect spot. He gets away from that hassle of New York every day and the Yankees not winning a World Series since 2000 or whatever it was. I think he's in a great spot.
We're in Baltimore. That's not perceived in your opinion. That's real. You're a Philadelphia guy. You did the Bristol thing, the New York thing and all that. You're out in LA now. You're kind of chill as it goes, but from the sports perspective, you're saying it's miles easier to be Joe Torre in LA than being in New York.
Absolutely, because when Joe Torre came in, he didn't have to win. He didn't have to go to the National League Championship Series his first year to be considered a success or failure. Joe Torre did more than they thought he would do as the first-year manager. Because the Dodgers weren't picked. They were in a bad division in the National League West where nobody had big bats. They got Manny Ramirez and they went out and won the division. So Joe Torre immediately bought himself a couple more years of, hey, Joe Torre's made a difference. Look what he's done with the Dodgers already. They went through all these different managers, Jim Tracy, run down the list, and Joe Torre came in and got results. So he did the same thing in New York. Remember, when he took the Yankee job, he had at least an unbelievable roster. He took the Dodgers, their roster wasn't that great. Look at the guys they had. So I think he's exceeded expectations there, and if they get Manny Ramirez back, they'll be favored to win that division again.
And it looks like today the Yankees are going to add Andy Pettitte, which is not a shock, and Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson coming back?
We got Tony Bruno here on the set.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.